This won't be the beginning of the podcast.
Okay.
Or it can be.
No.
No, it probably shouldn't be.
I'll let you guys start how you start.
Okay. We don't really have any like particular I don't know if you can tell by how it took 30 minutes to get this up and going, but we're a pretty DIY operation.
Yeah. That's fine.
But this week we have Gavin Matz on the podcast. Gavin, thank you for doing it.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Wave to the camera, goddammit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome back to Phone is in the Bag. Okay, we should probably say up top. We've been doing plugs at the end, but I feel like we should do them at the beginning.
I don't have plugs.
Well, you don't want to plug the special?
Oh, well, yeah, but I'll plug the special. And then if people watch this and they're like, "Oh, I like that guy on that," then maybe they would look me up, and I would think they would just see that I had an hour. I don't want to like force making be like,
oh, good Lord, watch Gavin's special.
Yeah, dude.
No, I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Don't want to shove the special down the throat, and then they're like, "Well, I hate this guy in the podcast."
But I feel like it's okay to be like a little slut about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what it takes.
That's what you got to do.
I don't know. It makes me feel weird.
I got a QR code of a special just tattooed on my forehead. That's what I'll do when it comes out.
Really?
I don't get. I mean, dignity's for the birds.
You'd really do that?
Huh?
Birds?
I mean, I tried to get a decal on my first car I owned, like just get a sticker, so like promote some company, so I'd get money.
Oh, you were like a Red Bull college.
I was gonna do that, but then what they
I remember that car.
Yeah.
It had the hostages on it.
yeah. Stay to Israel. Man. Say what you want about it, but
we're sponsored.
Yeah.
Cars for kids.
That's the new Cars for Kids.
No, Cars for Kids. All the money goes to kids who are trying to go on birthright.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Wait, what is Cars for Kids again?
You never seen it? 900 Cars for Kids. It's so people can go get sucked off in Israel by beautiful women.
Yeah.
They have beautiful women there.
Isn't it free?
Smart too. Smart too. One of my favorite bio engineers is from Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a favorite bioengineer?
Yeah. Who doesn't?
You're just making your way through a hinge day, right?
Who doesn't?
My favorite bioengineer.
Who doesn't have a favorite?
Know what that means.
Who doesn't have a favorite bioengineer? and you know what I've been loving? Biodiversity. I'm a big diversity guy, and I love biology.
So why not put them together?
That's what they did.
Yeah.
That's when you have different kinds of plants and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just so funny because I don't think you guys could have two more opposite personalities, and it's really fun to watch them collide in the middle of the room.
I feel like that would have been something you said later on.
I haven't even really talked to the man, and you're like, you guys are the Bloods.
It's been 2 minutes. She's like, you guys are so different.
Yeah. It's a civil war of
She hasn't even allowed the Venn diagram to kind of
form itself.
Yeah.
Oh, and look at you guys bonding over a common enemy. See,
Yeah.
that's what I have the podcast.
That's the only way I could ever really talk to any man.
I find birds to be indignant.
What?
Well, you said dignities for the birds.
Yeah.
I find them to be quite indignant creatures.
I would disagree. There's a lot of dignity.
They don't even have
high above everybody else.
That's true.
They don't even have roofs unless we give them to them. Birds don't know how to make a roof on their own.
They make nests all the time, dude.
Does it have a roof?
Why am I defending birds right now? We're like, some of them do. God damn it.
Do they?
Well, yeah, if they go inside a tree, which is not where they should be. They should be on the branches, on the outskirts of nature.
The suburbs of the tree.
Yeah. I don't like that they all hang out all the time.
All the birds?
Yeah.
What do you think, they should be working or something? You resent the birds for being happy?
I don't like
maybe take a step back from the stand-up, my guy.
I'm more like a heron, you know?
Yeah, alone.
Like that's like kind of the bird I would be, I think.
Yeah, just a tall, awkward thing standing alone.
Not patient. Patient.
Heron doesn't plug its comedy special.
Yeah. What kind of bird would you be?
Ooh. Pigeon?
You're better than
that's
a pigeon.
That's
You're like a parrot.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're a majestic parrot in the Amazon that doesn't believe it. There's a Pixar movie about a suicidal parrot you'd play that needs to believe in itself. It has different colors than all the other parrots. It's like in between the two colors for male and female. You'd be a non-binary parrot in a new Pixar movie, Maddie.
Thank you.
I'd go ahead and say
God
that.
damn it, that was a great answer.
Yeah. What bird would I be, Maddie?
You'd be like an eagle raised in captivity.
I'm like technically strong, but I have no idea.
You don't know that
a
you're
bald eagle that like cries and doesn't know it can fly. Like I just walk around.
Oh my gosh.
You're
Eagle
stuck in
that
a
was
cage
raised
and
by guinea pigs.
and it's like you don't know there's a country out there where you're the symbol of freedom.
I just like cut myself. I'm like, I'm not even worth anything in here.
That is crazy that Americans put a eagle in a cage.
Yeah.
But it's always like on the top of a mountain too. So they're like, look how good this could be. They give them a view, you know what I mean?
God.
Terrible. That's like being in prison at the Bahamas or something. You're just seeing how awesome everything is.
That's where they should put prisons.
That actually seems
like in the middle of like in Ibiza or something.
Yeah.
Open air.
Guantanamo, I'm like, what's around here? Ibiza, I'm like, oh man, I could be doing pills right now.
Yeah, having a great time. Oh God.
If you were an animal though, would it be a bird?
I mean, I never really think about it, but if you were like, oh, what type of this species, I feel like I could figure it out.
But you couldn't name an animal.
I couldn't. I can name an animal.
You could name an animal that you
would
Wallaby.
Hit me again, bitch.
Yeah. Kangaroo. Oh shit, this guy's Australian. This guy only knows Australian stuff.
Wait, what is a wallaby? Is it like a koala?
Yeah, it's kind of like a more fearsome koala that walks around on the ground.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're pretty adorable.
We're
Australia's just got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, it is like a weird, because doesn't evolution, like, what is that called? Bottlenecking? Like, if you put animals on an island and they're away, like, they'll evolve into other shit.
It's the alt scene of the animal kingdom. They got a lot of wild shit cooking up over there. Just doing the Brooklyn rooms of evolution, and you're like, we have like a mongoose that punches people.
And you're like, okay, a character, great.
Yeah. I mean, kangaroos. Just imagine seeing them out in the wild, like instead of deer. That'd be insane.
Yeah, dude, they're like jacked sometimes
Yeah,
too.
they fight people.
They're like, have you been to Australia?
No.
They're really. I haven't either, but it's a picture. They're really
I
strong.
was watching a documentary that apparently in some small towns in Australia, people used to have like events where people would get drunk and try to fight kangaroos. Like,
oh my god,
that would be like a special night, and the kangaroo would win a lot of the time. Like, it would be like a thing where someone gets hammered, and they're like, "I'm gonna pay to fight the kangaroo." And
when a kangaroo wins, does that mean the person dies?
I think they just tap out.
Damn.
I don't think they were just letting kangaroos kill hordes of men.
I don't know, dude. It's a lawless penal colony.
Yeah,
I'd expect nothing less.
Well, it's just the UK, but they didn't give them books. That's all Australia is. They sent a bunch of people down there, and they're like, you don't get prose.
And what do the British
So
have
that's why they're
outside
like,
their wits?
That's why they're like, oh, you know?
It is like a Cockney accent that just like baked in the sun.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Britain is really good at, like making people good at fighting.
Fighting.
Ireland, Australia, a third, America.
Damn. Have you spent a lot of time in London?
No.
Oh.
No.
Resident expert on it.
Yeah, just lying through my teeth. Always through your teeth.
Yeah. It'd be tough to lie through something else.
Yeah, lying through your.
That's why I floss so much.
Just to get all the deceit.
So I can lie through my teeth easier.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why you got to floss. Yep.
Wait, so we didn't land on an animal that you actually would be though, because this is weirdly a pretty animal-heavy podcast.
Oh, really?
In
just shakes
our
out that
spare
way.
time, me and Maddie are kind of animal enthusiasts.
Which leads me to a second question that I will save for after the animal thing.
Okay. It feels so tough because what would I want to be and what I would be is such different things.
Whoa, let's
You
dive
know?
into that.
I mean, what I would want to be off the top, I'm like sea turtle. That's nice.
You want less mobility, like you feel like usually people
No,
are like,
sea
I want to be a
turtles are pretty
cheetah or an eagle
majestic.
or something to.
Sea
but
turtles
to
are
be?
Sea turtles are awesome.
Sea
They're
turtles
just
are
like
pretty beautiful.
I guess I was like they go slow, but then I was like not in the water.
Yeah, not in the water, my guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, I stand
It's
corrected.
like probably the one fast turtle there is. Talking shit.
and they're just like they just like get so much wisdom. I feel like
Yeah. They're like kind of like
They're
the
like-
Yoda of the sea.
Yeah, because they live like 300 years or something.
That's like any tortoise right there.
You do have a 300-year-old vibe.
yeah.
Like you are.
I've lived many lives.
Seemed like if Highlander just did a lot of ketamine.
Me?
Yeah.
I've never done ketamine, but my friend did once, and he was like, he said it was crazy.
Are you a big drug guy? That wasn't my. Wait, no, sorry,
no,
I'm getting
I'm
derailed.
I'm
You want
sober.
to be a sea turtle
Yeah.
because of the wisdom.
Yeah.
But what animal would you feel like you would be?
Just like probably some dumb dog.
Oh,
Just like some dumb like
What do you mean like in this? This is a hypothetical question, and you're kind of being
Just
like,
like a
I
s-
want to be this thing, but knowing how the world shakes out, I'd be this thing.
well, there is the like what animal represents you.
well,
and
it's
then
like
there's like if you could be an animal.
like
those are different
perception is
questions. Oh,
you know
okay.
like perception is like
Yeah.
how you perceive yourself is different than how others perceive you.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, it's not really a question for me to answer. So I'm gonna need the listeners to hit me in the comments below. What
let me know
animal
what
do you think I would be? After I had just said a dumb dog.
Okay, my second question because
But I think I would be a bad dog as well because I don't really follow authority very well. I would not be sitting or waiting.
You'd be
You'd
a
be like-
coyote.
Ooh,
Right
Oh, that's
around.
pretty good.
like
Yeah,
a
you got
free range
coyote
farm
vibe
dog.
to you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you're close.
I'm
to
gonna
normal,
internalize that
but
a little bit. That's cool. I like how they can jump really high.
Can they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
they
know
can jump
that.
like 7 feet.
Damn, dude.
Because people have to get like a coyote thing so they can't jump in their backyard.
Oh, Jesus. What's a coyote? Like just a higher fence?
yeah, because
or
they
like
can
a-
jump so high and they'll go in like your backyard and
Oh, fuck.
like in Los Angeles or something.
Yeah. They,
That's crazy.
Eat your baby. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Eat your dog.
In that order.
Yeah. Baby, then dog.
Yeah.
Dessert.
Dessert first. Life's short.
Yeah.
Wait, do you okay, this is my second question. Because with this being the animal thing of this podcast, we don't do it on purpose, but it just like does come up a lot. And then we were learning that both of our explore pages on Instagram are like probably yours more so, I think.
I put a real effort into just making the internet cute animal videos because I think that's the best it has to offer. Everything else is poison.
Well, it's embarrassing when it's like butts.
Yeah, it is embarrassing.
I don't follow
You don't wanna-
any like
I'm-
butt models.
I'm trying to get any sort of like hot women off my phone. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to be like, let me show you your Instagram, and it's just all that on the explore page, and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
this guy's just jerking off all the time. You don't
Yeah.
want that.
Not on Instagram. It's so weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Instagram's too.
And on
it's
your
like jerking
phone?
off at work. Yeah, phone. Yeah.
Ooh. I
But
like
Wait,
my.
wait, what's wrong with jerking off on the phone?
Huh?
I'll defend jerking off with you.
It's got so many cameras.
So does everything.
It's got a
So-
camera in the front and a camera in the back. I want to be alone.
What, do you
What do
go
you
to those
jerk
like,
off on a
jerk-off
book?
booths
Huh?
in Times Square or whatever?
No, I go into a house of mirrors.
And you say, I'm a sea turtle.
Whoa.
Look at all these versions of me.
Yeah.
Just come all over the place.
I don't know how to clean it up. I don't know which mirror. I don't know where the heck I just came. It was behind me. But yeah.
Wait, so Mike, that was a long way of asking the question I wanted to ask, which was, what is your Instagram explore page mostly made of?
It's like a fashion and like it's like streetwear and like movies and like there's like Pomeranians on there.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay,
I have a Pomeranian.
That's great.
his dog's so fucking cute.
Yeah.
That's your contact photo on my phone is when she was trying to eat ice cream out of the ice cream cone. We went to that fair.
Oh yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah, she's cute as heck. Yeah. But that's my explore page.
That was cool. There was not a lot of left feet. I was like, that checks out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty I am what I am, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what'd you guess? Everything else, it's like if there's like a stand-up clip pops up, I go not interested.
Yeah, I really am not
thumb
watching
that down.
stand-up.
Also, though, sometimes the ones Instagram throws at you, you're like, this really, I'm not interested. You're like, I don't want to suck. Don't put this in my
Or you're
face.
like, that's my friend.
Yeah, you're like, I heard that joke. I was there when that thing happened. That
My
he lied
laugh's
about.
in the background.
Yeah.
That can we
Maddie's
talk
laugh
about it?
is in the background.
You ever have it where you go, oh, I wrote that.
And
I've
someone
actually
did it.
seen that before.
I am getting a thing now though where people will like comment and tag me and be like, "Is that your laugh in the background?" Because people are doing clips at shows where we were all hanging out, and I just have a laugh that's like,
It is
a little
the most
obnoxious.
noticeable. It's
Yeah.
not obnoxious.
"Oh,
for me.
thanks."
Unfortunately, I've never had that problem, which is not a good sign. I'm either not
You're
hanging
gonna
out
laugh
or
at
I'm watching
Maddie,
like this.
fuck.
Or but I feel like I just have a laugh that people are like. I also have had people come up to me at shows and be like, "Oh, I heard your laugh," and I was like, "Oh, she's here." Like I don't text them that I'm. Like, it's just.
Oh yeah, you have
It's
like a
just,
good
like,
big
kinda
laugh.
distinct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Torture me when we first started because you would either like burst out in laughter if it was a super weird bit that nobody else would get, or if I was bombing so hard that you were laughing at my failed attempt to be funny. So I'd have to decipher. I'm like, is this a good bit, or is Maddie just laughing at my failure as I'm falling on my ass at Northside District Bar and Grill in Chapel Hill? and this 17-year-old girl is just like, you're like a Simpsons character. Like, your dreams are dead. Like, that's pretty much what was on my phone. That laugh haunts me.
I do have a lot of like early recordings too, where it's just like you and Prickett laughing in the background, and nobody else. And those are kind of.
You can't tell if it's like, is it because the bit's good, or is it like, look at fucking Wiener trying to be a thing, thinking you're somebody. Let me show you the ropes here. I've been on the open mic circuit in North Carolina for a few months.
You
now.
got 3 months before me. Wait, do you? Oh, excuse me. You started in Canada. Do you have all the like recordings of your early sets?
Yeah, I have some. I have one like such an early one that's like 2014, but people weren't really like filming or setting up like cameras.
I just
yet.
mean like the voice memo.
Yeah, I think I have every single one ever.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, but I don't think I would ever go back.
Yeah, it's.
I
tough.
have notebooks that I've gone through, and I've like watched this one video of a joke once, but I was like, yeah, I can't go back. I can't even go back like 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never do that. I would never do that to myself.
That's like pretty brutal. It's like scares me about putting stuff out is like, I look at like a Comedy Central set I did, and I'm not like, oh, it's bad, but I'm just like, oh, we've got like, you know what I mean? It's just like, it feels the same as like watching an old set.
Yeah, I mean, once you finish something and it's there, then it's like frozen in a time that you don't exist in anymore. So then it's like, why would I force myself back into that time? I don't live in that.
Yeah, I almost need to just like
anymore.
let it go and pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah, just kind of burn it. It doesn't even make sense to be taking up storage on anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's tough.
Was that a tough thing releasing the special though, where you were like, oh fuck, now this is kind of frozen in a. But obviously it's like an amazing special, and it's like
I'm like happy with it. I'm like, there's like 10 minutes that I'm like, I would revise some stuff. There's some stuff that I maybe wouldn't even say anymore. You know what I mean? There's like I mean, it's not an insane joke, but there's like I'm like, I have a joke where I'm talking about like money and like wage discrepancy, and then I go, but I'm okay with women making less. And then
since then.
And then I'm just like, I don't know if it was worth the punchline or anything is like if it's worth it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, sometimes you have to fall on your sword for the truth, man.
Yeah. Well, I said it's because they haven't been working as long.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah. That's
so
really funny.
I was like, you got to put your time in, which is obviously I'm being ignorant as a joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe that stuff I would revise. But I mean, that's it. I'm not like, ooh, don't. I still have to look at it and post the clips from it.
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't actually go away. And
this
I'm
shit
like,
makes you look at your own face so goddamn much. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like editing this, it's like, oh my god, I'm just staring for hours at like all of our face, and it's like,
Yeah. No, you're living. The other day, I heard you editing a video, and it's just listening to our laughter again and again, and I'm like, that's a pit of hell.
yeah, it's
Like to be sitting alone, like stone face, as you just see, like, like that seems like a fucking Joker scene, dude.
it is a little,
Yeah.
but it's good and it's lucky and it's a great job. But there is just like we weren't meant to look at ourselves this much.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Lady of Shalott. She didn't have a mirror, none.
What is that?
The Lady of Shalott.
Yeah. What is?
Wait, yeah, sorry, we're way over our
I have
heads.
no idea what you're talking about.
It's like it's an old like English like poem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the reference.
No. Wait,
She didn't have a mirror in her thing. She never saw it. She looked like.
She didn't have a mirror in her house.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the lesson of it? Is there a lesson of it? Of like,
Or is it
I don't know what the
it
fuck
made her
is
less
going
vain,
on
like,
in it. Really.
she didn't have a mirror, so she was ugly as fuck, dude. And she didn't even know it.
Nah, she dies and there's a damn prince and it's.
There's a damn prince.
and,
There's a damn prince.
And you know when something comes to you from years ago and then you say it and you're like, oh, I actually forgot most of.
Okay, I'm gonna Google the Lady of Shallot, like the food.
Fuck. SHALLOT.
Okay, wait. Oh,
This
I
is
can-
like some Canadian English 10.
Oh, okay. Because this is a tough thing when you
Ca-
say something and you think everyone's gonna get the reference and they don't get it, and now you're like, I have to explain it. And I don't know it as well as I thought it is.
Exactly, and I don't even know.
Sure.
Okay, most scholars. This is from SparkNotes.
Hell yeah.
Which, damn, dude.
Been there.
Even in adult life, still using SparkNotes.
Thank you.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out to Spark Notes.
It's the conflict
Created by
between art and
Coca-Cola.
life. What? Sure. Okay. The lady who weaves her magic web and sings her song in a remote tower can be seen to represent the contemplative artist isolated from the bustle and activity of daily life. Yeah.
She just didn't have a mirror.
Okay. And then it's also about female agency. Okay, it seems interesting. It seems complicated.
Which I love.
Shout out Lady of Shallot.
I love female agency.
Yeah.
What about you?
Big fan.
Nice.
Agent all over me. Whatever you got to do.
I love female agency. So many of my agents are female.
A spy just busts in and drags me out. Mrs. Smith. It's the only female agent I know. Yeah. Mrs. Smith.
Well, that's like those annoying ads with the CIA's trying to. Did you ever see that? Where it's like they're trying to be like, we're neurodivergent.
Oh,
They'll be like,
fuck
they'll
those
be like,
ads,
I'm
dude.
Latina with ADHD, but I got hired to murder people for the CIA. It's like ISIS saying that they're hiring autistic people. I mean, it's truly insane.
And they're like, here, my difference is celebrated.
Yeah.
I can't pay attention, which is great because I never have time to contemplate my actions.
Difference is as long as you're united with destroying everybody else.
I have BPD, and that didn't help me in Libya.
Yeah.
I have autism, which is great because I didn't have to look the children in the eyes as I killed them.
Yeah.
Whoa, children.
I would say America.
It's the
just,
CIA.
Yeah, it's the CIA. That's what they do.
Oh.
Probably the most evil organization in the world. You're goddamn right, I'm saying it. BBD, you'd fit right in. That's like I feel like every country in Latin America in the U.S. Like, I love you, I hate you. I love you, I hate you. You know?
Like, wait, she's not texting me back. We had a trade deal last week.
Yeah.
Is there a CIA equivalent in Canada? Like an evil government you're fucking around with the rest of the world?
What
with?
is it? It's just like
No, there's
the
Canadian
mailman?
spies.
Like, what is
No, there's
The Bureau of Snow?
There's a Canadian spy agency. I forget what it's called, but I used to know it.
They all
It
have
might just
big
be-
mustaches and glasses.
It might just be CCIA,
what?
Canadian Central Intelligence Agency.
Hack.
Yeah, sorry.
Not you, the country.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Why is it-
It's like come up with your own CIA, you know what I mean?
I mean, there probably is. Look it up.
All right, I'll look it up.
Pull it
Well,
up on the
research
phone.
heavy episode.
Do another research.
What's the Canadian CIA? Is that the way to ask that?
Well, they just go to other countries and politely ask the democratically elected president to kill themselves. So, like, if you could please just shoot yourself in the head, save us the trouble. Sign it. You're gonna nationalize the mines. That's gonna help this one guy. That's gonna make this one guy lose a lot of money. So if you could just, it would really do us a solid.
It is the CSIS. A federal national security agency which conducts national security investigations and security intelligence collection. They're so vague about it. Also, why is it called intelligence?
It's supposed to be vague.
I guess so.
Because they're kind of like, oh, everyone has to know about, but they can't know what we're doing.
It's crazy that they can't just keep it a total secret.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, why not just have a branch of the government that like literally nobody knows about?
I mean, they probably do.
And because and intelligence is like to make you think, oh, all we do is like collect information. You know what I mean? Which they do.
Yeah, it's all done.
I wish I was a spy. When I saw Agent Cody Banks, I was like, that's my life.
Ooh, you could be a good spy.
I wish I was. I wish. Sometimes even still. Almost 30. Wishing I was some kind of spy.
I really wanted to be, was it Nancy? No, not Nancy Drew.
Nancy Pelosi.
Harriet the Spy. Yeah.
I really wanted to be Nancy Pelosi, just insider trading and doing the same thing.
I showed her tits to my plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
That's
just try to
respectfully. She actually not even respectfully.
No.
She's
Nancy Pelosi sucks, dude.
But Harriet the Spy. Did you read that book when you were a kid?
I saw a movie.
Oh, I never saw the movie, but I loved the book and I wanted to be her so bad. I wanted to sleuth around and I started looking for clues. I kept a notebook and I was trying to solve mysteries around our neighborhood, but there were no mysteries.
Yeah.
It's like, I was trying to be a spy and it's just you having early signs of schizophrenia where I had a notebook. I was recording when the mailman's coming. And
it literally was that. I would record license plates on cars and look for codes and people's names and stuff.
That's
yeah.
It's an adorable childhood memory that is just a sign of severe mental illness.
It really is. We organized a system where it was you assigned a number to every letter in the alphabet. So A is 1, B is 2, blah, blah, blah. And then you write someone's name forward and then you write it backwards and then you add or subtract it and you look for patterns in the resulting numbers.
This is going to be a little personal, but I remember you telling me at a cafe about this thing. And I went, oh, I could never date you because you're out of your fucking mind. I was like, as you were saying it, I was like, this is someone in the throes of severe mental illness. No, and then we just
Did you say that out loud or that was just in your head? You were noted.
Yeah, I was like, oh. I was like, oh no. Yeah, and then we would switch the letters around. It was this cute little thing, and I was like, why can't I escape everyone in my life? Could one person's brain be okay? God.
That's so funny.
My dad has schizophrenia, so that's how I clear it in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so I was saying.
No, I would track.
You'd be good in the CIA. Disguises.
Yeah.
He already knows what they're up to.
Yeah, he does. He's keyed in.
They're like, hey, your delusions. Look, you guessed right.
They're also keeping things from him though, which is tough.
If you work there, you mean?
No, I mean if you're schizophrenic, there's also parts of you that aren't they? You're being kept from yourself.
That's a myth.
That is a myth.
That's multiple personality disorder.
Oh, okay.
Schizophrenia is more like you are hallucinating. You think people are after you. You have really intense.
Oh, intense paranoia.
Yeah, so it's essentially just a stand-up comedian who believes in themselves more. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. There's
You could hear stuff. Yeah, stuff like that too.
Is there also I'm just asking broadly in general, a I'm God's gift to Earth
There's some
manic
people that
kind
do
of
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some.
Yeah, John Smith.
All fields. Yeah.
Who's
John
that?
Smith, he's the guy who created Mormonism, clearly out of his mind.
Whoa.
It's I love religion is so funny because he's just I just found these tablets outside, just right in my backyard.
They said I could have a bunch of wives.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just talked to God, and he said I could fuck. And then they asked him this question. He's like, well, that's so crazy you said that because I just found this other tablet in my backyard.
It was buried 3 inches under the dirt in my lawn.
Yeah.
And written in my handwriting because God clearly wrote it for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, though. If I found something from God, I would freak out, and I would stop looking for more. And then I would eventually go back and be like, oh, there's more.
Is that what happened?
I mean, I can get that part of it. It'd
Yeah,
be like
that
if
is-
God left someone a tablet, you found a tablet in the ground, you're just digging, and then so you go and tell everybody about it, and then you're like, oh, I probably should have like finished looking, you know what I mean? And then you go back and you're like, oh, there's another one, and then you freak out again, and you go show everyone, and there's all these new rules, and then you're like, fuck, I should have kept looking, and then you go back and you're like, oh, there's way more stuff. So I can get why you would go back. I could see how they justify that.
It's like the Ross
'Cause
Best for Less of the Doctor.
Yeah, have you ever found something good and then you're like, oh, look at this, and then you're like, I gotta go back and see if there's more. Like if you find a $20 bill on the ground, you kind of like, whoa, and then you like go back and you're like,
Right.
is there more money?
And then there is.
Yes,
And then
I'm
you gotta move
I'm
to
still a Mormon. I'm
Utah.
kind of Mormon. Yeah, I'm kind of into that.
You have a Mormon vibe to you.
That's really rude. But that's really rude. I was just trying to riff.
I'm saying you because you're a polite, blonde, Aryan-looking guy. That's what they look like.
Yeah. I would love to not be a descriptor.
Or like,
Although I know it's accurate.
Yeah.
But for
but
someone,
you're cooler
you know what
than
I mean?
a Mormon.
Like,
You're like a Mormon who like left.
I know, but someone
Were you raised Christian? Look, I'm trying to keep this shit on the rails.
I was Catholic
Oh shit!
for quite some time.
Are you still a God guy?
No, I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But I have been thinking about like how, because yesterday Alabama they executed somebody at
That was
with the
pretty
death penalty with
They made up a new way to kill people, as if there isn't enough.
with the nitrogen gas. And
Yeah.
so I was thinking
Oh.
about the death penalty, and I was thinking about like, like if life is like, I've been thinking a lot about this, like life is like time is linear, so like you get to the end of your time and then it's it. Like I kind of just hope that's what it is. But if there is like an afterlife or anything, and then so you're basically killing someone that they can then be in a worse place than prison. And I think that about the death penalty, because everybody that believes in the death penalty also believes in like heaven or hell.
Yeah.
And so like you're killing someone to send them to hell.
Yeah, like that's what they think
that's-
they're doing.
So then you're going to like
Ugh.
an insane place. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely.
You're sending you're so not only are you killing someone, you're also sending them to burn for eternity.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, okay, what'd they do?
Yeah. I feel like
Okay, what'd they do? I don't think anyone should have to burn
Yeah.
for eternity.
No, that's.
There's literally like no crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be
Eternity?
I used to be scared of that.
That never. Yeah,
Hell?
never brought
And you
It does feel like
and-
child abuse to like tell kids you're gonna burn forever if you like jerk off. Or
and it's like,
something.
who thought about all this shit?
Yeah.
Who was like, you know what I mean? Like how there's like the levels or the layers or whatever they say about hell. You're like, okay, what sick, twisted fucker
Yeah.
is being like, and this, if you do this, then it's just going to be kind of like you're going to get pinched every 40 minutes.
Yeah. I imagine.
But you're not gonna expect it. You're not gonna expect it.
was
But
just
it's every like 40 to 45 minutes, and you don't know when someone's gonna come out of nowhere and they're gonna pinch you for eternity. I'd be like, no,
Just barely being in hell is so.
just you're kind of like just there, which it's below us for some reason.
Yeah, barely. Like the just barely detectable hell is like the room's gonna be a little too hot all the time, but you're not burning.
You're like
It's just
slightly
you're just like-
uncomfortable.
You're slightly
Yeah.
sweating all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
your legs sticking to a leather school bus seat
Yeah.
for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's like if you go to a movie theater and you don't take off your jacket before the movie, and then
You're
like,
just fucked.
and then like like halfway through you want to take off the jacket, but there's people around you, so you can't like stay up and take off the jacket, and then you're kind of like
You
in
gotta
your
do,
seat,
like, a
kind of
fucking-
trying to do it.
Same with an airplane.
But it's like that for eternity. It's just like that.
And
It
what do you do to get you there?
Oh, you suck off a guy or something.
That's for if you were gay on accident.
Huh?
Yeah, if you just
No,
pretend we're
it's
gay.
not. No, it's not. There's no sexuality involved. Just sometimes you got to suck a guy off,
And you go to tiny hell.
and then you go to tiny hell. I go, but I did him a goddamn favor. We are in the Hall of Mirrors.
Wait, then what's tiny heaven? Tiny heaven is like all water comes with ice in it.
It's a picnic, but it's overcast. It's like, we picked the wrong day for this, but it is nice. It is nice that we're on this picnic, but we should have the weather app.
Yeah.
You know?
Didn't check today.
It's like May. Is it gonna rain?
And then it doesn't.
It
But you
doesn't.
do have it looming over you that it could.
Yeah.
You are nervous about it the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiny heaven is like Tiny heaven is like you have a bad apartment, but you have a heated toilet seat,
Yeah.
which they don't really make that.
I think all of ours are going to be different, our examples. And that's yours. And that's your truth. It's a tiny apartment, heated toilet seat. That's all that's in there.
I just tried a heated toilet seat for the first time in Montreal, and I was like, I understand.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, my thing with that is we got to be cleaning it each time.
Yeah, otherwise you're kind of
Because it's kind of like
baking
grosser to me than I'm
Oh,
like.
it wasn't a public toilet seat. We were like in a cabin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, public heated toilet seat. I think I might
Perfect.
kill myself.
Yeah, public heated. Why the hell is it so warm?
You're just, hey, what about like
Yeah,
a
did
sort of
someone
like,
just piss all over that? That would be my thought.
or it'd be like I'm like just in like a fondue of other people.
Oh, you know what sickens me is when if you're at like the airport or something and people, you know that people don't take the time to put the like toilet seat cover on it, which like I know those are a pain.
The
And
little
you're-
paper thing.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah, I've seen
you know what I mean? We've all seen them.
Yeah.
But the middle is attached, and I never know what to do. Am I supposed to like, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
it's
just
like
rip it,
it
yeah.
has that middle part in it.
You just let it hang out, and then you let your
but
pee.
it's attached. But
But you let. But
I have parts.
But why would you be putting it down if you were gonna
No,
pee?
because there's like. So you're just saying that it just comes off,
Yeah.
like when you sit.
Because it's only attached. It's like barely attached.
Oh, so you just sit on it.
and you pee, and it's meant to like it does its own. You don't have to
Oh.
like manually.
Because I've been like just take it out and then I rip it and then I place it.
Maybe that's what you're. Maybe I'm wrong.
But also, like,
You know when you go
care about like your butt cheeks being covered in germ. You know what I mean?
at the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. But I shower like twice a day.
but I just don't like anyone at the airport. And
Sure, but
And I just don't like the
I
idea of
feel
like
like more
laying
bad
down in my
stuff-
bed if I like get naked and then being like, this is like a million people. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
I shower before bed. I'm like I can't get into bed with New York on me.
makes sense.
yeah, that shit is pretty. I don't think about it a lot of times. Like I'll sit in my bed with my jeans on, but if I think about it, I'm like, I was sitting on the subway and then I'm sitting here and then I'm laying down. Like it's too much.
Yeah,
I get sick more since I moved here.
yeah.
But
I can't. I've seen full penises out on the.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the train, pissing,
Yeah.
and I'm in that.
Yeah,
They
we're
don't really
hanging.
clean that up.
We're pissed when we're not in it.
Yeah.
I'm mad when the piss train's running late.
Yeah.
It's like I need to sit in that piss and go to work. God damn it! Hurry up! Give me that piss seat.
I do check every time before I sit down that I'm like not gonna sit in like a liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts. It's crazy that more bad stuff doesn't happen.
It is crazy that more bad stuff ever doesn't happen.
You know what I mean?
Every day that everything doesn't completely go to shit is a miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to when I like started, I was trying to do a bit about like it was stupid, and it didn't work for good reason. But I was like, it's just amazing that like the streets, like it's such a okay, like an not international, like a national like highway system. You would think like one town would have their streets, and then this town would have their streets, and then when they had to merge them, it'd be like weird. It'd be like, you know what I mean, like an organ transplant or something, where like but there's never like scribbly lines on the street. It's like an architect did it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
It's like, why are there not more mistakes?
There's lots.
Are there?
Yeah.
I never see like a scribble like, oh, the lane, sorry, we did it wrong.
I mean, I'm sure that they're slightly like.
Maybe that's
you
what
know
it
I
is.
mean? But I get what you
Pretty
mean.
funny bit though.
Yeah.
Like,
Can't see why that didn't become your closer.
it,
Why weren't the streets more scribbly?
look, failed
An
bits.
album.
Failed bits go to a graveyard where they are planted in the ground and they resprout as just interesting tidbits.
Yeah. What's your favorite failed bit of mine, Maddie?
Like shit that you stopped doing?
Yeah. You're like, I can't say any because you've been telling the same shitty jokes for 10 fucking years.
No, I can't think of one that I was like, man, that's funny, and then you stop doing it.
Oh, okay.
Like I can't think of. I don't know what is a bit that you used.
I guess all the bits you stopped doing that was for good reason.
Yeah, it wasn't like, man,
I blocked out of my memory.
Through that fucking genius.
She said all the jokes that you still do, they work.
Yeah.
Wait, but are there? What's a bit where you're like, damn, I never could make it work, but it's
Oh.
funny to me.
Oh, I mean, it worked a few times, but like like I grew up to hate authority, so as a way to rebel, I sexualized it, and I do an act out of like being pegged by a Republican senator.
That shit's so funny.
Yeah.
I don't think you had to throw it away though. I think that's so funny.
I might open with it at Union Hall tonight. Get a standing ovation. So do an act out of Sarah Palin fucking me in the ass.
Are there? What were early bits that you like? Oh, sorry, did I cut you off?
No, I'm just trying to I'm just processing the bit.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'm trying to imagine it.
Saying,
It is a lot. It's like it was a lot.
It is a lot. No,
It
so I was
seems like
saying-
a committed. You have to be committed to that.
You do have to be committed to the bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was saying, like my dad's like like an anarchist and stuff. So I was like, you know what's really hot? The fucking military-industrial complex. Somebody, get a lady in a pantsuit like Hillary Clinton with her eyes glowing, throws me over like the Situation Room table, fucks me in the ass with the money she stole from my people. She takes like a communist flag, just shoves it up my ass.
A bar of gold.
Yeah. It's like the cheetah banana. It's like the banana company that overthrew the Guatemalan government in the 50s. They're just taking a banana and shoving it up my ass. We're just in our own
Okay, I
dark
take it
little
back.
ripcord.
Maybe that one might be a hard sell.
Yeah.
It's really funny though.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious.
It's really
I
funny.
think it's a great time. Or what about you? Would you ever be domed?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
For love or money. Why
Love
not?
or no, for love. It's strictly money. You don't sell out.
Oh,
You
then-
don't dirty being domed. with
Well, I
money.
said love or money.
Yeah.
I didn't say money or love.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You do it.
yeah, we're all domed in some way.
It's true. I mean, true.
Yeah, and if you can't accept that, then
The ultimate sub right there.
bar gold. I need to see this bit in action.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll blow up on Instagram, I'm pretty sure. Any day now. You know?
What's this on my explore page?
Yeah.
Kenyon getting fucked in the ass. Wait, do you have any early bits that you were like, damn, I never got it, I never cracked it, but I know there's something funny about it? Or it was just like too weird for people?
I'm sure, but I don't know. I tend to forget things that I stopped doing.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you go back and you're like, oh, there's
haunts
that.
you.
Yeah. I've had things that I've worked on for like so long, and it was even just like a line that became like a longer bit. But I don't know. I wish I had something like that to say. But yeah, no, I can't remember anything. I'm sure there's so many that I've just like blacked out of pure
Yeah.
insecurity.
I was like doing characters for a second when I like first started, because I was like finding Kate Berlant and I was like, that seems fucking cool, and then I was like, that's a whole other world. But I was like, I would put my glasses on like the very very tip of my nose, and I thought it was so funny.
I think you did that
Tab
one
just, like-
time, though. You weren't like, it wasn't like a thing.
But I tried it,
Yeah. No, you did try it.
and I enjoyed it. It was fun, but it wasn't. I was like, there's also no like alt scene in North Carolina.
No.
It's like, well, you better
We
be a
kinda
club
were the
comic.
alt scene, to be honest.
But it was like you still need to get like work at clubs and
Oh,
like
no, you
hosting
had
and
to
weekends
be,
and stuff.
yeah.
So it was like,
Yeah.
yeah, there's not really a place to.
There was a that we were talking about it the other day, but on a show we had like I where is it? I had the show where we basically made you a comedian's wife that we were holding hostage.
Oh, dude.
And then made him riff on like sketchy, like edgy topics. Like it was like defend Brock Turner or something. And we had you be his wife. that we're
Yeah,
holding
we
hostage.
surprised him. I was in like a dress with like a bag over my head, and the bit was like we've got your wife right here. If you don't do this offensive bit, she fucking gets it.
Whoa.
It didn't really do that great. It was also like a bar show
It
with
didn't
like
do
5
great at
people.
all. I thought it was like a genius.
Yeah, that's a good one that we thought was gonna be really funny.
It
That
did not work at all.
Did not pan
It
out,
was
yeah.
just like 10 people that were like, okay.
Also, we thought it was funny because we were like, "It's our friend." They were just like, "Wait, what is that?
What
His
is
wife?"
happening? Yeah, what's going on? This woman with her bag on her head. Sorry about the camera.
Yeah, sorry. I thought it had a lot more battery on it. Actually, that kind of hurts if we have more than one. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to join in the fun.
Well, because the thing is, it's a really distinct noise, so then you can look at the audio and the camera and match it up. So if it gets muddled, it actually is like harder to, you know what I mean? You're like matching one thing.
Are you? I feel like you mansplain the equipment a lot to me.
know-
I'm joking
I'll
around.
tell
I'm like,
you.
thanks, mister. I don't know how the mic works.
I like how mansplaining can be used on other people other than.
Oh,
than
I'll put it. That is more.
we really
than I
reclaim
am.
that.
Yeah. I am.
We
taking
reclaim that.
I am.
hard.
I'm just like Maddie will help me hang up like little pretty photos in my room.
Yeah,
She
it's
grabs her hard hat, brings the hammer over, and is like, "Let me hang this up." And I'm like, "Thanks."
and Kenyon is
so
the one
funny.
who's like, the room's a little dirty.
Yeah. You're like, it is what it is. I get done with work, I throw my shit wherever, and I was like, I just like, the influencer I'm listening to says you need to set a good feng shui for your mental health. I have candles going in there.
Do you have candles going?
I do have candles.
Oh shit! That
going.
reminds me. I gotta get renter's insurance.
What?
Renter's
if it burns
insurance.
down?
Yeah.
No, I don't leave it on when I'm
No. But
gone.
it just reminds me that I should have that because
Yeah.
there's a fire in our building.
We're
and
dead.
Well,
I'd be worried about all the, horror calamity that would happen to the families here. But
no, of course.
yeah.
But also,
Yeah, we'd
I
lose
should
all
get
the shit.
insurance so I'm not also like
Yeah.
completely
Well,
bankrupt and
Kenyon's
without
just saying
a
you
job.
should get insurance for everyone.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get it, then everyone.
The
will.
whole bar.
Everyone should have renter's insurance.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying if there was a fire. I was saying because there was a fire. There was
Yeah.
a fire across on the other side of the building.
You got to rent insurance now. You don't even get it to own it.
You got to make payments on it. It's like Afterpay.
What the hell? Like
It's
a
like-
car?
Yeah, right.
When I borrow a car?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I don't like is when you think you're telling somebody something new and then they say that I know that.
Oh, it's
Has
the
that happened to you
worst.
recently?
Oh, I don't know. I was just trying to keep it going.
Just immediately fell apart. No, that happens all the where you're like, oh, I heard about this thing. You're like, yeah. And the worst is when you try to talk to somebody and they're like, I think this is done. Like, you ever been like in the middle of a date and you're like, it feels like a podcast kind of when you're like, oh, I'm really trying, and then they're just like giving you nothing.
Well, you know what? I mean, I haven't been on a date in a long time, but I did go on. I mean, I would dread like a first date. But I went on a date with this girl like so long ago now, and she was really cute, and we actually went on a couple dates even after this, which was a mistake. But because I was like, gosh, she's so good.
Isn't it the word? Like,
She's so
someone's really
hot.
hot.
She's
you're like,
hot.
There's something there. And then you're like, no, there is.
Well, we're on the first date, and I kept asking her questions, and then she was kind of like not conversing, and then I'd be like, oh, like just joking, like, those are just questions you ask on a date, and she's like, oh, you don't have to ask questions, and I'm like, okay, I was only saying that because you weren't fucking talking.
Yeah.
The fuck? And then you want to keep hanging out. What?
Yeah. Isn't that always weird when someone's like, oh, yeah, you want to go out again? And you're like, why?
Yeah.
Why would you? Can you
Was
tell
this
me?
a good hang for
Yeah,
you?
I had a terrible time. And then you're like, was I hallucinating? Was that
Yeah.
actually really fun?
Yeah.
Maybe
Then
I'm in my head.
and months later, the same person would like texted me being like, oh, remember that? How are you? You know what I mean?
Oh, you're the question.
and I was like, what the
Yeah.
what the hell? Things could have been so different if you're better at speaking.
Yeah. Things would have been so different if you're better.
If you were better, if you were better at speaking, then we might have had a goddamn life together.
Yeah. We could have been married. If you just knew how to riff.
Yeah.
God damn it, you bitch.
Like, oh my god,
Just
she
crying.
can't pull her weight.
Yeah, then you're like,
She had the tits, but no bits. Let me tell you.
all tits, no
All
bits.
tits, no bits. That's gonna put that on my room. Like a caution sign. All tits, no bits ahead.
Yeah, it's gotta be a good hang, dude.
It's gotta be.
Or I like this version of the shirt. Good tits don't need to know how to riff. It's a little long, but we're gonna use a smaller font.
People have to really.
It's gonna be on the back.
Yeah, it's gonna look like a Bible.
It's like on the back. Where people are like, "Oh, but what does that say on the back?"
It says like Abraham 3:7.
You ever have something that it says something on the back of your shirt, and they're like, "Oh, what does it say on the back?"
Yeah,
and you're like,
No.
"I don't know." It's like, I'm not gonna turn around.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna turn around so you can read my shirt.
It says sarcastic response loading.
Oh my gosh! I used to have this shirt like in elementary school. There was like, it had like a bunch of like it said something on it. I can't remember what it said, but people would always be like, "That's funny." I'd be like,
That was another early bit that like I never really tried to make work, but that was like they have those shirts for kids that are like so snarky that are like, my homework's in my fucking ass or whatever. And I was like, you never get like the adult version of that. It's like, talk to me after I've sucked a dick at the gas station. That are like, oh, you're just like a cunty adult now.
Because that would be too dark as an adult, where it's just like, I'm sorry, I need to drink beer to feel alive. You know what I mean? Like, it just would be like, oh, this is a depressed, broken man. Oh, you know what I think about that has to be said? What is the career of the guy who's writing the shirts? Because that's clearly a failed comedian. Like, I feel like that's I think they're just pulling stuff from online. You think so? No,
Yeah,
but
I don't think it's like fortune cookies.
But I like to imagine. I like to
the real
imagine a
job.
broken man in the middle of a motel that's like, we need 50 new, and he's like, all right. He's like, shark has some load. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, there's a big market right now for people who want to turn their kids into assholes.
Yeah.
It's like a sweet little kid, and you buy them a shirt that's like,
Well,
I'll do whatever. It's like, why?
I actually like when it's like if you have like a baby, you can like kind of put on whatever you want, and I think it's funny to be like, just give your baby political views or something. Like I want my baby to have a onesie that's like pro Hamas. You know what I mean? Like, but they're like, what the hell?
Baby in a QAnon.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be pretty funny.
Oh, my little baby in a little onesie that's like huge feminist. You can't even speak.
People do really do that.
I know, but I think it's funny to then pretend that you are the person that does that and put it on them, and then so
like an IRA.
You know what I
baby.
mean? And you're just like, yeah, believes what he believes.
The baby's pretty extreme about his view. Listen, I'm sorry, his first words were just saying that Sandy Hook was faked. But he gets lost in the iPad. He's seen a lot of very sketchy videos.
It is a good way to kind of dunk on those guys, too. You're like, yeah, you know who agrees with you? My fucking baby, you can't think.
Yeah, that's the only way.
Yeah, they consider them dunked. You're like, yeah, and before I dunk on you, let me explain this extreme bit. I have to explain this bit to you that I've been doing.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, I actually just dunked on you.
Yeah, and here's why.
I actually just had a baby to dunk on you.
Yeah.
Just had a baby.
You can dunk a baby too because they can float. They know how to swim. If
Dunking
you just
doesn't
throw them
happen
in,
in water.
they
What?
don't drown.
That is not true at all.
Babies?
Yeah.
Babies can't drown?
Well, they can float. They'll bounce back up. You can look it up.
Are you talking about dunking?
Babies know how to swim, man. They forget and then remember. I've seen videos. They throw the baby in the water. The baby sinks, floats back up to the top.
I think that baby died. I think what you watched is a baby die and its
belly,
dead body float.
It's belly up.
Like a fish?
Yeah.
Well, for a fish, belly up is upside down.
I'm telling you.
Because they're trying to face the bottom of the ocean and we're trying to face the sky.
Yeah.
So
You can
belly
tell
up.
which one believes in the true God.
Yeah, humans over fish, dude.
Yeah.
Belly up for a human is good because that means you're facing the air.
That's what I'm saying.
Belly up for a fish is bad for the same reason because you're facing the air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's confusing a little.
Yeah.
We're really tackling the big questions on this podcast. Right?
Which is, was that baby dead?
Yeah.
No. Nope. Not when I threw it in there.
It's got to be tough to be a parent today because you got to think about the, like, with,
social media and stuff.
Well, school shootings
Oh.
and shit. You got to think, do I want to homeschool my kid? So it's like either you have to make the choice. Do I want
Of
my kid to
molesting
be
your
alive
kid.
or weird?
Yeah.
And that's got to be tough. To be like, is he going to be shot, or is every chance of him ever having a conversation just shot in the head?
I just had an insane isolated thing that I said into the mic that was like, but you're still talking. I was trying to jump in, and I was like, where you were like being like, oh, you have to make the choice between, like, as if you were setting up the school shooting or the homeschooling thing.
Yeah.
You have to make a choice between molesting your kid, and I just said molesting, like as if they were homeschooled, they would be molested because then homeschool kids are so weird. But then all I said into the mic, said now we're totally past any context, is I said molested.
Yeah. And you're like, I was molested. It's like actually just the moment that you...
And you kept going, and then it was just like, if I hadn't brought that up, someone would be like, did he just say molested?
That'd be funny. Like you're listening to the podcast, and
Molested.
like you're just hearing people's, you're hearing people's subliminal,
Molested.
like you're like. You're seeing what people's
molested.
personal tragedies was as they're listening and just zoning out. Molested.
I saw my childhood die in my arms.
It's such a creepy word too. It fits the thing so well. Like it's not called getting like bonked. You know what I mean?
Why
It's
would you call it
blah,
getting
blah,
bonked?
blah, molesta. It's like gross.
Wait, sorry, can you do that again? What the hell was that?
I'm saying it's a gross word
the
for a
darkest
gross
grade.
thing. It's not called like I got zinged. You know what I mean? It's like how the word moist is gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The moist
You know how everyone who
a rejected supervillain from Marvel, the moist molester.
crazy,
Just leaves a bunch of fucking...
crazy they didn't get that. They didn't get picked up. They didn't go to series.
Sharks. It's all about rebooting old franchises.
Sharks, how wet are you guys right now? Not sexually. I'm just saying. Maybe if you guys have, is a sprinkler gone by?
Sharks, how wet are you? And do you love me?
I feel like everyone that believes in aliens has been molested
That would check out for me.
because they're like, "Get me out of here," you know. When people are like, "I believe in aliens," I'm like, "Okay, you're running away from your problems again."
There's got to be a ship out there that can take me a million miles away.
Yeah. Oh, I need to be in an actual void, not the void that is
You're
the
like,
life that my father created.
You're like, also with the anal probe, you're like, well, if I'm going to be victimized, at least it's for science. It's not just for some uncle's
It's
jolly.
so much cooler for it to have been aliens.
Yeah.
I feel like aliens like came and then somebody started the like probe rumor, and now they're just like,
Well, I'm not fucking gay.
they're like, no, they're not even like that. They're just like, come on. They're like, these people suck. They're all saying this. You know what I mean?
like,
They're
"No,
probably
you're
like,
very low
oh, that's psychotic. Why would he ever do that? We're
Oh, the aliens
evolved.
are like, we weren't trying to.
We weren't doing any of
They're
that.
like,
we're
we're
actually evolved life form. We came here with ships and science.
We're
And
millions
then you
of years
guys were
older
like,
than you.
we're probably just trying to fuck us. They're like, no, we're like a culture of learning, and like we're curious, and like
We could time travel.
we know about all that stuff, but we're actually not. We're like asexual beings. Like we're not even like
We're past
we're
that
not doing. Yeah, we're like, and you guys are just like, oh, you're gonna fuck us. Like that's all it is.
So he probably saw my juicy ass down from space, and that's
Yeah.
why he came down here. It's guys who want to be gay
I'm
so
just
bad.
imagine sweatpants. You could see my juicy ass from space. Just
Juicy ass from
That's-
space is crazy.
That's a Republican with a gun in his hand and his ass in the air that just says, "Come and get it." Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, I don't not.
So you were
agnostic on the question of aliens.
Yeah,
You're right here,
I don't.
folks.
I don't not. I don't actively not believe in them. I don't care. You know,
Yeah,
but nobody's
I'm not
gonna
very
nobody's
invested.
gonna make me care about that.
just because it doesn't really affect our lives.
Yeah, I get hungry.
Yeah. Well, but okay.
If they came and started blazing through cities with lasers, I'd be like, okay, that sucks.
Yeah.
You know, what am I gonna do about it? What am I supposed to do if I believe something? Convince other people to also believe it? Seems tiring.
Yeah.
What do you guys believe?
I think the universe is so big that it is just ridiculous to think that we're the only life in it. I don't know about like what's happening right now with like UFO hearings and shit. I have no idea. Someone was telling me the other day.
But also, I also think to that point, how insane is this? You have pet bunnies. You know what I mean? You think that just happens more than once?
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm like.
Oh, this is such a miracle. It's actually probably only happened once.
Yeah, I'm like the odds and like everything that they need like on a planet in order to create like life. Like I'm sure there's other kinds of like whatever planets with like some kind of organism that's like
I'm sure there's
you
like
know a fucking amoeba or some shit.
And it's like
I know
so
there's
different that we
amoebas
can't even like not even carbon based life or something that's so different we don't even.
Yeah.
It's
not even carbonated.
It's not even carbonated.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over there.
A guy that doesn't know about carbon
LaCroix.
based. Yeah. Dude, they don't have the soda streams.
Yeah, fucking lame over there, dude. I would never live on Mars. Man.
Pluto. That's why Pluto's not a planet anymore. They don't have soda streams.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. There's a theory that the reason that there's no aliens is because every time a civilization would get advanced enough to time travel, it destroys itself.
That kind of checks out.
God, it doesn't seem wrong.
Yeah.
It'd just be like every single time there's a bunch of new technology. Everyone's like fighting over a bunch of stuff.
There's a name for that. Is it Fermi's paradox? Or is that a totally different math thing?
What's the Fermi's thing? Oh, you know, I had a... Oh,
is it? I'm going to look it up.
Everything's a paradox when you're paradoxical.
What?
I just be saying shit.
Fermi's paradox. Yeah, that is what it's called, the Fermi paradox.
What a silly name.
Where does that come from? Oh, from Italian-American physicist Enrico Fermi. Wow.
Biracial. Biracial scientist. Italian-American.
Yeah, I don't know if... I don't know. I mean, what's your take on the... Do you think the government...
On the UFOs hearings? I think aliens are like the best case scenario for whatever the U.S. government is up to. Like, I hope to God it's just UFOs. You know what I mean? Because it's like, most of the time when they're like, we found a UFO, it's because the truth is like so unsettling. Like, no, that wasn't that's like a giant evil space like laser thing that they built to kill anyone who thinks sharing is caring. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be like we created a new drone that can read when you have the thought, I feel sorry for a homeless person, and you just be vaporized on the street. And they're like, get in line to work at the new Amazon warehouse / church / whatever, or you're one of like the 4 families that owns everything.
And to believe that, you have to believe that aliens are like inherently evil for some reason.
Yeah. I think aliens are probably just fucking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably just like fucking up there like, what's up?
It doesn't really make sense that they would have the same
and wants
and desires as us. Like, I don't think we'd be like competing for stuff.
And why the fuck are they coming to America? I would go check out like China or some shit.
Myanmar?
Yeah.
Seems like a beautiful place. You want to go to Ohio? Why are they going to Indiana? I wouldn't want to go to India. Can you imagine like traveling thousands of miles and going to Indiana? You're like, well, I'm never coming to Earth again.
Well, maybe the most molestations happen in America, and that's why they're trying to save people. This is a callback to my.
It's just like a whole transport refugee ship to outer space. What if that's why the reason aliens...
They're trying to end trauma.
That's why they're all bald and weird.
Aliens came here to end trauma.
Wait, is that why?
They hate trauma. They're trying to, yeah.
All aliens are supposed to be like short graces. They're all just like bald kids who were molested. And then
oh my God.
Invented time travel. And they're coming back trying to save other kids. I love this. This is space QAnon, dude. And they come back, save other kids, and they're just like in footy pajamas and like, get back out of here, Dad. And then they grab them, get back to a ship. It's like E.T. Phone Home, but the stakes are way higher, dude.
It's the sound of freedom, but the sound is bleep bloop. Bleep bloop. We come in peace.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Did you see it?
No.
Absolutely not.
But you were so excited.
Yeah.
If I was like, good movie.
If you dropped a Sound of Freedom review on your fucking Letterboxd, I would lose my mind.
The pacing is incredible.
Did you see that people were like AMC theaters were just so shitty that QAnon people like started this thing that they were like, there's a conspiracy to stop us from seeing this movie. They turned off the air conditioning. They made this, and it's like they're not doing that to keep you out. It's just a bad movie theater.
Yeah.
I never saw it.
Neither did I.
We should watch it. We should do a movie review episode on The Sound of Freedom.
Not opposed.
Sounds crazy to do.
Because what is it about? It's like a QAnon.
It's like a pedophile.
It's about like
ring.
some child trafficking.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
it's like an
well,
agency
that's
that
sad.
stops child
Yeah, it's
trafficking.
like-
yeah, that is sad, man. How about you make a sarcastic review of fucking heroes? How about what's next? A roast of the 9/11
Well,
responders?
you know-
that would be awesome.
From the mind of the wacky
that's my
wing?
problem with Republicans is they can't have complicated enemies.
But there's
They're
also
so
very
stupid.
good.
They're only like they can only be against like cartoonish bad guys, and it's
very
like
true.
you're a fucking idiot.
But I'm also like, it's not a new idea. There's like, you could say like liberal movies that have the same stories.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like that are uncovering the same things with like politicians or whatever. The Joaquin Phoenix one from a couple of years ago, You Were Never Really Here. It's like the same thing. It's like a politician's kidnapping
Like
children.
Spotlight about the church.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
we
the
do
same
that
thing.
shit all the time. They acted like they were on some new shit. Like, woo, we'd never talked about this.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm also like, it's a movie. Most of us want to have a good time.
That is true.
Why do I want to go
It's
watch?
a pretty bummer topic.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like my day off. I just spent like fucking
Yeah.
$40 on popcorn.
I don't want to
Can you
watch
imagine
the
buying
post.
the big tub of popcorn for Sound of Freedom. You're like, what? Feels yes. Watching tragedy.
Yeah, because it's like John Wick. You know what I mean? It's like action and that.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, fucking killing pedophiles. But they, what the fuck? Yeah.
Eating popcorn. Did you see the Iron Claw?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's so sad.
It is sad. The story is sad, but I'm kind of combating anyone that thinks that the movie is good.
Really,
Maddie's a pretty big fan.
Yeah.
I really liked it. Please tell me your. Let's get.
I think
into
the
it.
story is good and sad, but I think the movie is not. I think I've been tricked by how sad it made me
Huh.
into thinking the movie itself was good or that the performance by Zac Efron was good.
Huh.
Sure, he like got jacked and there's like wrestling scenes in it, but nobody like it's. I don't think it's a good movie.
That's an interesting point.
Well,
is
you
that
heard
you
it
can,
here, folks.
I really liked it. I thought it was
I
really
haven't
good.
seen it.
But that is an interesting point that you can just get so like sad that you're like,
You become attached to the thing
huh.
because it's made you feel a type of way, which I was in. I
You had a
came
trauma bond with Iron Claw.
exactly, and the movie is fine. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna see that again. Whereas like there's other sad movies I've watched again.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know,
Have you seen Poor Things?
of course,
I really want to see that. I haven't seen it yet.
you should see it. And this is good stuff to be talking about on a podcast.
100%.
Well,
you
you
got to
have-
do this.
Well, you do a
Have
really
you
good.
ever had crackers? I like peanut butter.
Yeah. It's
It's just good.
free flowing
It's
thought.
just good.
It's just good. It's just really good.
Have I ever seen what?
No, I was saying you have a really good letterboxed.
Oh, nice.
I'm plugging your letterboxed.
Thanks. At Gavin Matz on Letterboxd. No, I don't really review anymore or make jokes because I used to just do a review joke. You know this app, Kenyon?
Sure.
It's just
You
like
know Letterboxd?
it's like a movie review app.
Oh, I've never heard of
Pretty popular,
Yeah.
and I would do joke reviews on there sometimes, and sometimes I do like a nice review of a thing. But now I kind of just like log the stuff with like a heart or not a heart. I don't like doing the like grading of a movie because I am like, it's how the hell did they make that?
it. Yeah. No, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell
You
it
need
is.
like 60, 100 to 100 other people, and then also millions of dollars.
When you
That's
see a
why
movie,
it's actually more impressive when it sucks. I was like, you had a whole like economy of people.
And
This
and
is
sometimes
dog
when it
shit.
sucks, you're like, oh, they knew that it would suck.
Yeah.
and they still did it anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of brave.
There's so many things I've
falling
done.
on the sword, like the new Sopranos movie. My God,
Sucks.
one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they made a Sopranos movie.
They did. It should be just. It was like a prequel, and it's dog shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nick Swardson has been in like 12 movies that he was like the star of. What? Why'd they do that? Bucky Larson, porn star guy.
Never saw it.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Crazy stuff.
This is some stuff we got to get into on the Patreon, man.
Yeah, should we go over to the Patreon?
Absolutely.
We're at hour 13. Gavin, where can people find you? And
At Gavin Matz on social media. And you can watch my special for free on YouTube if you want.
It's so good. I'm at Maddie 2 Wiener. We're going over to the Patreon, patreon.com/phone is in the bag. This will probably be coming out in time. Come see me at the Lyric Hyperion in LA. I'm doing an hour. That'll be really fun. And I have more road dates in my Instagram bio.
Cash App Kenyon Adamcik, help me out. And then I'm going to be at Good Nights February 1st through the 3rd with Jeffrey Asmus. Very funny guy, so come on out.
We'll see you on the Patreon.